Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Red Bull Ring this evening for the Austrian Grand Prix with myself, Tomo. And I must say, I'm looking forward to this evening. If it's anything to go by on the last race, we are in for a treat. A lot of drivers looking to get back into form. Will Knight, one of them, will be keeping an eye on him. BR46, who qualified on pole position in Italy, is looking to get back after a disappointing retirement on the first lap in Monza. Gaz Coleman looking to carry on his good form after the last two races. Nathan Walton, also in the Alfa Romeo, looking to yet again capitalise and finishing the points. Robert in the Ferrari, also be lurking on the podium, no doubt about. Let's go. So, here we go. Cars in the garage. 17 minutes to go. Let's see who the first is to bite from the garage. Let's have a look. Who's coming out first? It looks like it's the Alfa Romeo. And we've got RKA coming out. In the Alpha Tauri. We've got loads of cars coming out on the pits now. It looks like a dry qualifying. We've got RKA coming out on the medium tyres. Will Knight is out on the medium tyres. That looks like the choice of tyre. Gaz Coleman has come out on the softs. So it's very, very busy. I'll try and keep an eye on everybody's lap, or possibly I can. So let's see what sort of tyres everybody has come out with. Only two drivers out on the medium tyres, I believe. So, some cracking good stuff here. We'll get into action shortly when somebody is on their hot lap. So we'll go hunting through. Let's go. Take a look at Oswald, who's looking to get back to the form he did in Monaco after a disappointing race in Italy. At the moment he's on his out lap. He'll be shortly coming to start his hot lap. So just the two drivers on medium tyres. Very interesting to see what goes on. It looks like we've got a dry qualifying. It looks like we've got a wet towards the end of the race, so be very interesting. But let's first of all, it's a yellow flag. Is that a yellow flag? We've got Oswald now. We're going to follow on board with Oswald in the Williams to see if he can just show us what he is actually capable of, because I know he's capable of a nice lap. Let's go now. First corner now. Lovely little entry and exit. Just onto the curb, beautiful. Let's see what type of sector one that he actually finishes with. Turn 3 now, which is going to be very interesting, beautifully. And he goes the fastest at the moment. Other Proof Henna's gone the fastest with a 104.3. So that's the benchmark at the moment. Very good stuff. And Will Knight with a 10.3. And Gaz Coleman's gone the quickest with a 104.1, but we're on board now still with Oswald in a Williams. Let's see if he can set a purple sector 2. We'll be coming up to the end of the sector very shortly after this corner. Superb stuff. Looks like this is a very clean lap from him. Turns in beautifully. Still two wheels nicely onto the road. Let's see if he's set a sector. Let's see what his time is. He's gone 6th fastest with a 104.3, which is a very good lap from him. So very impressive from him. And now let's go to Zampa, who's in the Mercedes, who's reserve driving for Jack, I believe. So he's in sector 2 now. He's already set a 104.2. So he's going out for another quick lap by the looks of it, or he might be coming in for an in lap. We'll just see everybody set a lap at the moment. So, draft now has gone full fastest, 103.9. And Bone Apple Team Negan, who's on really good form, has set a 103.8, who's taking the third spot. So very interesting stuff. 15 drivers then have set an actual lap. So now we're with RKA in the AlphaTauri, who's on an out lap. A lot of teams have pitted in. We've got 13 minutes left. So at the moment, Funbags has gone first. He's gone fastest with a 103.8 after the driver of the day has set a good benchmark again. So it will be very interesting. Yeah, to set a lap. So is RKA, who we're on board with at the moment. He's in the AlphaTauri. Captain Price is an AI driver, so we won't be looking for him. And let's just go on to start the lap now with RKA. BR46 is also coming to his out lap, so we'll flick to him shortly after. So very good. Still two wheels on the track, which is good to see from RKA. Sector 1, we're coming up towards the end of Sector 1 shortly. Sector 1, hasn't indicated on the map. I don't think he's set a quickest time, reasoning why it hasn't come up on the map. Coming up to now, be turn 3, I believe. Has he abandoned his lap, I wonder? I don't think he has. It's hard to tell at the moment. He's got a Red Bull in front of him who's not going to be hindering his lap at the moment. Looks like he's doing very well. He's sort of come a bit wide, but he's still stayed on the curb okay. There'll be green flags now, so he's got all that. Sector 3, coming up towards the end of the lap now, is RKA. Coming through, it looks like it's the last corner now. Superb, nice exit. He's still on the road. Here he goes. What's he going to set? He's going to set a 6th fastest lap of a 103.9. So the standard is very, very, very good this evening. Everybody looks like they're on their game. The VR46 took that corner a little bit easily, I think. He's coming up towards the end of the lap now. What's he going to set? It's going to be a pole lap of 103.5. A pole lap of 103.5 for VR46, who is looking to capitalise. So he's the fastest at the moment with just over 10 minutes to go in qualifying. We've got Funbags now, who is coming into another lap by the looks of it. This will be, looks like his second hot lap that he's going to set. We're going to stay on board with the Mercedes driver at the moment. We've got VR46 first, Paco Barney, who set a time of 103.8. So the two for the Renault driver. Will Knights all the way down to 14. He's going to be looking to pounce at the end of this lap. So with Funbags now, who superbly just went through the field and then soft tyres on Sunday evening. So he's looking to capitalise and catch up with. There's a yellow flashing flag ahead, is it, I believe? No, just be a driver on his in lap by the looks of it. So we're with Funbags now, just over 10 minutes to go. He's set a purple second sector. There's a yellow flag, but he's got a bit of traffic in front of him, but I'm sure that they'll get out of the way. So as he looks like he's coming around the last corner now. What's he going to set? Is he going to go fastest? It looks very good indeed, and he does for a 103.4.93. Very, very close indeed. But it's a fast lap. Fred Nerd is retired, I've just noticed. He's retired from qualifying, setting a time of 104.8. So Robert's gone second fastest now in the Ferrari with a 103.5. Will Knight has gone up to 5th with a 103.7. So really good. It's, well, Robert and Funbags have pushed Paco Barney down. Gaz Coleman still sitting nicely in 4th position. VR46 still in the 3rd. So at the moment, the front row, just under 10 minutes to go, is Funbags and Robert. The Mercedes of Funbags and the Ferrari of Robert. So let's just see everybody now. It just looks like it's a bit quiet at the moment. But we've got Will Knight now coming out for... Oh, he's going into the pit, sorry, apologies. So we've got Draft now in the... He's slowing down by the looks of it. He's on He might be on an out lap or an in lap. RKA. Let's go to Nathan, who we haven't seen at the moment. He's in the AlphaTauri. He was on the podcast. Very good podcast indeed. So he's in sector 2 at the moment. He looks like he's going to be setting time, and it's starting to rain. It's starting to rain, so everybody has got their times in, and that could be bad news for the front runners, especially Paco Barney and Will Knight, who want to be on that top, who want to set a time. So we're with Nathan, who's in 11th place at the moment. He's in sector 2. It could be getting very slippery indeed at the moment. We could have seen the best times of qualifying, and Nathan he's lost the back end, and that's how quickly the track has become slippery on them soft tyres. We've got VR46 who's put the intermediates on. I'm not sure we'll better. Fun bags could be. He's gone into the pits, Nathan. So a lot of teams into the pits. KSI Moto has put the intermediate tyres on. I'm not sure we will see any times that are better at the moment, but fingers crossed we do. Paco Barney looks like he's calmly coming home on them tyres. So we've got everybody in the pit at the moment, apart from Paco Barney, who looks like he'll be coming back into the pits on them soft tyres, because as we see, Nathan, the slippery. But we've got KSI Moto, looks like, who is coming out onto the intermediate tyres. So let's see what kind of pace it is. Brilliant qualifying so far, absolutely quality. And Gaz Coleman's retired from the session. I do believe that he is retiring. Zampa's retired from the session. I do believe that they think that the times are not going to get better. But KSI Moto has come out for a lap here, as we will see the McLaren. See what kind of time, see if he can better his time on the from 15th with a 104.8. I very much doubt people can, but Will Knight's come out on the intermediate tyres. Let's see. But again, we've got a rain. This is just what the doctor orders for us viewers. A dry quality, everybody going out setting their time. Bit of a slip up from KSI Moto, but he's fine. It looks like he's doing very nicely indeed with these intermediate tyres at the moment. But he's on his out lap, I believe. So silly me, that was a mistake. I'm just getting too into it. Who else is coming out now? Nathan Walton's come out on the intermediates. A lot of drivers coming out on the intermediates. Paco Barney is in the pit lane. Draft's in the pit lane. Will Knight's still in the pit lane. VR46 is in sector 1 of 103. But let's just see. I think he's on I don't think he's on a quick lap. We won't see. I think the pole position decided. We've got 6 minutes left. You never know. Someone might. And VR46 now in the Williams, reserving this evening. Robert on an out lap. VR46 sector 2. He's got RKA in front of him, so there could be a bit of traffic. There could be a lot of abandoned laps. Sector 2 now, coming up towards the end. Let's see what. Tight. It's very, very slippery. The rain has come very quickly here at the Red Bull Ring this evening, as it's a mixed weather race. So at the moment in, Fun Bags in pole position, 5 minutes to go with a 103.4, very good lap and great in time. It's getting very, very, very slippery indeed, and VR46 has come a very, very, very unlucky as he's spun on him. That's trying to push too hard, and again he's spun into the wall, but he's already set his lap to finish third. We're going to see some cars taking risks maybe, as we go down to Paco Barney now, who's on a hot lap. There's a green flag flashing, so someone might sit down. And KSI Moto has retired from the session. Maybe he feels that he can't better his time of a 104.8 in 15th. Rolly sitting 18th at the moment with a 105.3. He's in the pit lane. Are we going to see any more drivers coming out and trying to beat their time? It's going to be very difficult, as at the moment it's absolutely chucking it down in the Red Bull Ring. We could even be going into a full wet tyre if we can. So Bodapple T now, who's on an out lap. Paco Barney looks like he's but he's on a sector 2 at the moment, so he may still be on his hot lap. It's very, very slippery indeed out there, and very well controlled from him. So then, 3 minutes to go. I think we've seen the best of qualifying, but let's just keep going, because as I said, you never know, especially with Paco Barney, after making them medium tyres last that long superbly. He's coming round the last corner now. He'll be coming up to the line. Can he better his time of 103.8? No, he can't. No, he can't. And Oswald in a Williams has retired. A lot of drivers might start thinking about retiring from the session. So we've got Funbags in the pit lane. He's happy with his score, I imagine. Robert, who's at sector 2, will stick with him in the Ferrari. BR46 has retired from the session in the pits. He feels that he can't better his time. So let's stay with Robert in the Ferrari now, who unfortunately he's got 2 races left. But he's before he drops down to reserve driver, so he's going to want to prove and finish on a flourish. So let's see now. Sector 3 coming around the last corner now. Yeah, well, oh no, he's gone into the pits, so he's fooled me. A lot of drivers, I think, now are going to be coming into the pits. Nathan Walton now a sector 2 time of 17.8. He'll be coming in sector 1 time, of 17.8. So he'll be driving through sector 2. Wouldn't it be great now? Wouldn't it have been great if the weather would have dried up? It would have been absolutely superb, and then everyone comes out with 3 minutes to go on soft tyres because the track's dried up. But it's going to be too late now. We've got 2 minutes left. Now we've got Nathan Walton on the intermediate tyres. Sector 2 coming up towards the end of sector 2. Now I believe. Is he going to set a quicker lap? In sector 2. It's very slippery out there. It's still raining. I think we've got a dry race, but let's just hope that it's entertaining, whatever happens. As entertaining as the other races have been. So Nathan Walton then coming through the last corner. He's going to set a time of a 1:14.4. So he stays 11th. Drivers just having a drive, getting feel for the track in wet conditions. Maybe to get a bit of practice. This could be a practice session for the race. I do believe that it's going to be, well, forecast to be a dry start with a wet ending. So that could be very interesting indeed. Paco Barney now. There's a yellow flag in front. So the track is getting a little bit better with the racing line drying up a tadge. Dr. BRM and the other Ferrari has retired from the race, from qualifying, excuse me. He set a time of 1:04.7. We're just with Paco Barney now. I do believe drivers, as I said, are starting to get the feel for the track in the wet conditions. So let's just go through the podium again. P1 of Funbags with a 1:03.4. P2 Robert with a 1:03.3. And BR46 in the Williams, who's looking to prove himself with a 1:03.5. Gaz Coleman, as I said, carrying on with his good form in P4 with a 1:03.7. Will Knight in 5th with a 1:03.7. So a very, very interesting qualifying. Great times, and Will Knight and Paco Barney, if they're going to want to carry on their dominance in the Renault car this evening, they're going to have to come up with something special, because in front of them they've got 4 very, very good drivers. They know where to put their car, and they're very quick. Draft with a very good time of 1:03.8. And let's just go. So Paco Barney 7th, Line Up Baturi 8th. Zampa, the reserve driver, be interested to see how he gets on in the Mercedes this evening. RKA in 10th position with a 1:03.9. Nathan Walton in the Alpha 1:04.1. And Ovenproof Hen 12th. Oswald 13th. Dr. BRM 14th. Kasimoto 15th. Fred Nerd, who's going to look to come back from his early retirement in the last race, 16th. Like a boss in the Red Bull 17th, and Rolly 18th. 19th is Captain Price, who hasn't come out in the pits. I don't know if both Haas drivers are AR drivers, so that could prove very, very awkward this race. So drivers are going to have to look very good. So it looks like Funbags has got the pole position for the start of the race. Be very interesting to see what goes on. We'll be taking a short break when qualifying is finished. The good stuff here at the moment in Austria. Be very interesting to see. What goes on in the race later on. So, as we predicted, well, I didn't predict, I always get it wrong, but as people I've been chatting to have predicted, we've got, looks like rain coming towards the end of the race could make it very interesting. So a mixed race indeed. Could be plenty of incidents. So then, is it going to be 4 races in a row for Paco Barney? Is Will Knight going to come in? But they've got a lot of work to do because the 4 drivers in front of them are very, very interesting indeed. Mercedes, the Funbags, Robert in second, and VR46 starts third in the Williams, looking to pick up some points. And Oswald, his partner, qualifying in 13th position. So that's the end of qualifying this evening, just before the race. The race will be starting at shortly. So just quickly go through. Funbags in pole position, starting from P1, and completing the front row is Robert in the Ferrari. So let's just see if we're going to start. I'm getting excited now because I know we're just going to see. We're going straight into the race, so good stuff. So there's going to be plenty of thinking to do strategy-wise for these drivers. I'm looking forward to this. Very much looking forward to this evening as we're live on Twitch. Backmarker Racing League for the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring. Round 12, I believe. So, it's going to be hard to predict who wins this one. I just think it comes down to, it's going to be very crucial if it does rain at the end of the race. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be. There's been some chat in the Discord server. About the weather, so are people just a bit, anxious about what their strategy is going to be, and their setups are being sorted. We'll be coming to lights out in just a second. I fancy looking at the grid. I fancy Funbags, if he can stay on form, he could have a win here this evening. But you cannot rule out, you can't rule out anybody at the moment because everybody look like they come out and set good times. And you cannot rule out Gaz Coleman in the Red Bull. I think he's going to be on form this race. He's really starting to kickstart his championship now, which is good to see. Let's see if Nathan Walton can get in the points, and I'm rooting for Oswald to finish the race and get in the points. And here we go. And it's lights out and away we go. Looks like we've got some very good start, and it's head to head now. And on the inside goes RKA, but good stuff. Now, is there any problems there. It's a very clean start from everybody, so really good stuff. No incidents by the look of it. So very good stuff then. We'll go to Funbags in the front now as he's going to turn 3, and there's Zampa's gone up to 6th, and someone in the Renault has gone off track. Looks like Paco Barney's had trouble and he's down to 13th. So really good stuff at the moment. Leading his Funbags on lap 1. RKA looks like he's lost the position. Will Knight looks like he's lost the position, but he's going around the outside to regain that position. So it's a very good start. Nathan Morton looks like he's lost some places and gone down to 14th. And Oswald has gained into 11th. He'll be looking, as I said, Gaz looks like he's in 12th position. So there's a yellow flag, sector 2. There's a trouble. There's trouble in sector 2, and it looks like Ronnie and Nathan Walton, the 2 Alfa Romeos. Has there been a spin? Has there been trouble? And Funbag sets the fastest lap already on lap 1, so everybody is still in the race. Paco Barney has come into the pits, and has he got damage? He's coming into the pits, and Paco Barney, that's a big blow to his race, has come into the pits. He's lost an end plate. He's lost an end plate, so that will be a wing change for Paco Barney. Ronnie up to 14th. Good start from him. Paco Barney is going to be coming back out to the pits. So leading the race is Funbags, only 400 tenths in front of Robert in the Ferrari. Superb start from Robert. Superb start from the leader as well. And VR46 in the Williams of Staveley. Will Knight up to 4th. So he started brilliantly. He's back on form and he looks like he means business. Zampa 5th. Gaz Coleman 6th in the Red Bull. 7th of RKA. 8th of Bonat T and KSI Moto in the McLaren. Superb start from him. He's up to 9th. So we're lap 2 of 36 at the moment. Let's just see and go around the midfield to see if we see any battles going on. Looks like Fred Nerd has started well as well. He hasn't had any problems. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 and it's Robert! It's Robert! I think Robert spun! Robert spun! Oh dearie me, he was running superbly in P. He was running superbly in P2 and Will Knight has capitalised and took 2nd place now. Oh dearie me, and Oswald's gone up to the points. He's gone past Robert. Robert's got problems, he might have damage. Oswald up to 9th. So good for the Williams, good start from them. And unfortunately for Robert then, we've got draft overload. And Fred Nerd having a little battle here. Fred Nerd's gone and having a look on the inside and he's not got enough room to get through. So, is the gap going to start to split up? I wonder. But Robert now is on the tail of getting back into Oswald. He's going to be chasing Oswald down now to get back to where he was. VR46 has got damage by the looks of it. He's pitted at lap 4. So it's all happening now. Another poor start to the race from him by the looks of it. He's pitted. So Funbags 2 seconds coming up to 3 seconds ahead. And now this is going to be a very interesting little battle between these two now. Oswald is going nicely in 8th position. Superb from him, great start, and he'll be very pleased. And that will be that he's got Robert on his trails, all on his gearbox now. Good exit from Robert. As we're going to stick with this battle because Robert is only 2 seconds behind him. So have a look on the inside of Funbags. He's done a lovely move onto the inside of Funbags, and it's a beautiful move from him. Beautiful move from Robert. So he's carried on. He's gone up to 8th row. He looked on the inside, and he took the inside. And Ollie gave him the room. And all I can say is superb drive from him. Gaz Coleman has gained 5th position after the pit. He is now behind, really coming up behind RKA now. Let's go on board with Gaz to see if he can capitalise and close up to these front 4. We're on board with Gaz now, and RKA's gone right off the track. He's misjudged his braking point by the looks of it. But luckily Gaz wasn't close enough to hinder Gaz's lap. But he's coming right now. He's turned that engine up by the looks of it. His engine's fully up. Oh, and he just had to brake. RKA, he's really on his gearbox now, and he's held up, and he's got DRS now. He's going to catch RKA here. He's going to go for that move. Knowing Gaz, he's going to go for that move on the inside, and he's broke beautifully, and he's Wheel to wheel now, and brilliant driving from Gaz Coleman now from the Red Bull. He's up to 9th. Oh, this is really heating up. We've seen some couple of good moves from him. He's up to 4th position for the Red Bull driver. Good move, got the DRS and took the inside. Superb stuff from him. There's some close battles that I've caught. Zampa now looks like he's catching Will Knight in 2nd. This is going to be an interesting battle, as he will have DRS now on the driver of Will Knight. Will Knight may have DRS. No, he won't have DRS on Funbags. This is going to be an interesting. There's a yellow flag, and is it Kawasaki Moto? McLaren. Yes, it is. He's spun. Kawasaki Moto, and he'll be very disappointed indeed, as he was running very nicely in 8th. Oh, dearie me. Nathan Walton has been taken over. Let's just have a little look at these two battling for 13th place. The teammates of Alfa Romeo. So, what a move from Gaz Coleman to go up the 4th there, as we see. But here we go now. In turn 3, and it's a real pack between 11, 12 and 13 and 14. Because DRS Nathan has now, but Roddy will have DRS in front of him. Nathan, I'm sure, will press that overtake button. Down to 2nd gear. Nice exit from him. Now he's going to ramp it up to full power, but it looks like he's dropping a little bit behind Rolly at the moment. So, little gap starting to form now. VR46 up to 17th. Captain Price, he took over the hard driver of Captain Price. So it looks like Nathan is saving a bit of tyres or energy. As we see RKA coming up to the back of Gaz in 4th position here. 300 tenths behind, just going below the DRS. Is he going to see? Is he going to send it in the middle? No, he's had to give up. He's had to give up, and Gaz Coleman put his car absolutely superb, but he'll have another go at him. He's got DRS now, RKA 25. He's had a great start to the race. He's gone on the inside of... Oh, his wheel to wheel is a little tap, but great driving from the podium. There's an incident, but it hasn't hindered. And RKA has taken the position from Gaz. And Gaz now is behind RKA. He'll be wanting that position back. Superb control from the boat. And gave each other room, gave each other respect. So a real touch, and a little bit of a twinge from Gaz Coleman. That's going to lose him some time now. So RKA, who's up to 4th position, who started 10th, I believe. He's driving superbly at the moment. He's got the place back at the moment. So, I'll get my breath back here. We've got Funbags comfortably at the moment. 2 seconds in front of Will Knight. But let's have a look at Zampa now, who's on the gearbox of Will Knight. He's taken the inside line of Will Knight. He'll have DRS, I believe. But he's going to turn the corner now. He's gone on the inside. And he's taken... No, sorry, he's gone on the outside. And taken 2nd position from Will Knight. But Will Knight's going to take him back here with DRS. And comfortably takes him back with DRS. As the inside... Oh, I can't keep up who's leading, who's not. Great wheel-to-wheel action here from Will Knight and Zampa. We're going to stick with these two, as Will Knight now has taken Zampa position in 2nd place. It's all the time. And now the overtake button is pressed for Zampa in the Mercedes. Superb. He'll get DRS, I believe. On the straight now, finishing straight. So DRS button has been pressed. Overtake button on. Is he just too far behind to have a look at making a move on Will Knight? I do believe he is, and he's come right up behind his gearbox, but Will Knight's parked his car. Places his car. Very nice, but he'll have him here. He's going to take Will Knight easy, as he'll have DRS, but Will Knight now is going to be right on the back of Zampa. We're going to stick with these two for the minute. Superb driving now. Unbelievable stuff from these two. Apologies if I'm missing, but DRS now, they're just swapping positions on every sector of this track. He's looking at the inside, but Zampa's got good traction on the outside, and he's going to stick the car. Lovely, the wheel tries a little lock up from Will Knight, but that's not going to. He's still under 300 tenths now below Zampa. As well, this is a good battle between these two for 2nd and 1st, and Funbags will be loving this because he's taking his lead now to 3 seconds. I don't really want to come away from these two, but it looks like Will Knight is easing off a bit. as he's saving his soft tyres again. Lap 10 then. We've got Funbags in P1, Zampa in P2. Robert, who's superbly got his car back up. Fair play to Robert, who's now superbly got his car back up to 7th. Ollie Oswald in the Williams going very nicely indeed in the Williams in 8th position. Fred Nerd going nicely in 12th. We'll be looking to get points. I've improved Hen, the last of the point scorers. Nathan Walton, it looks like he's lost position. Has he had some trouble? Has he got damage? Has he had an incident? And Oswald's lost to draft in 9th position. And Nathan, yes, Nathan's got damage to his front. He's lost his front wing. Nathan's lost his front wing, so it'll be interesting to see. We've missed the incident now of Nathan as we were chasing 2nd and 3rd position of Zampa and Will Knight. So Nathan Walton has got wing damage. He'll be coming into the pits. I'm sure he'll be very slow, as VR46 will be looking for going on the inside, and he easily takes that inside. So Nathan Walton will be coming in for a new front wing, I do believe. For Oswald now on the gearbox of Draft Overload here at C. He'll have DRS, and both of them going wide. He'll have DRS here, and he should easily take now Draft Overload. He does regain that position, but Draft Overload will get the DRS back. This is the part of the track that I absolutely love. There's now DRS will come. Just turn 3, I believe. Good stuff then from these two. So looks like he's eased off. He's quick today. Looks like the Williams driver of Oswald. So at the moment, it's been a good race. There's no retirements. Nathan Walton is in the pits now with replacing that wing. Paco Barney, unfortunate for him, he's 16th and 13 seconds back from Dr. BRM, who's in 15th place. So at the moment, this gap starting to form. Pete drivers, looks like they're saving their tyres. We could be going... I haven't pitted yet. We could be going for one stop this evening. So this is superb stuff. This really is good stuff, and we're with Ollie now, who's got Draft Overload still on his tail, but seems to be putting him. VR46 has taken the position from Ollie, as Zampa has got it down to 1.9, so superb drive from him in the Williams. He's catching the tail of Funbags. Who is going to hit first? Who is going to make that strategy call? The rain could be coming, so I think they're going to try, and they're going to try and make these softs last and hope the rain comes. So it's anybody's game. Gaz Coleman going nicely now in P5 still. So again, he's going to be looking to capitalise. The rain's coming, the clouds are coming over. Everybody's still on soft tyres. We've got 4 drivers then on hard tyres. There's now gaps are starting to form. What a start to the race. What a great start to the race. We've got BR46 now, who's on the tail of the Red Bull of Like a Boss. Only 200 attempts, he's right on the gearbox. He's got DRS here, so we could see a bit of action here as he takes the inside line of Like a Boss, and he's nicely slotting to 11th place of BR46. I've improved Hen up to 9th. From Draft Overload, and Draft Overload's gone off track into the gravel. We've just caught him coming back onto the track, so a mistake from the Draft Overload in the McLaren, so a rotten start to the race from them. And Funbags has pitted. Funbags has come into the pits. It's lap 14 and 16 is the pit lane open. He's gone onto the medium tyres. Is it starting to... I believe it's starting to rain. I believe it's starting to rain. And Funbags has gone onto the medium tyres. And is it starting to rain? Am I? Yes, it has. And is that a mistake from Funbags? To put, but everybody, I think he'll come in again because everybody now is going to be coming in for the intermediates very soon when the track gets wet. Is that already Will Knight struggling for grip on the softs? Because they're 13 laps old. And at the moment, the rain is coming down very, very heavily indeed. Very heavily. So exciting stuff then. We've got Ovenproof Hen and Oswald. They're both fighting for a position. So let's go with them. They're fighting for 8th position. Oswald's still having a lovely drive. It's nice to see from him as he had a disappointing race. So who's going to be coming into the pits? I do believe that Will Knight, RKA, has come into the pits. Will Knight has come into the pits. And the medium tyres are for Will Knight. So at the moment the track looks like it's still dry enough for the slicks. And is that a penalty being served by RKA? I do believe it is. And Gaz Coleman has come in for the pits. He's put the medium tyres on. So it looks like there'll be a couple of laps of medium tyres. And then who's going to bite first to put the intermediates on? The track is still okay for slicks. I'm sure they've checked. And Funbags has come out nicely. 3 seconds ahead, so he pitted first. He bit first and successfully came out in first position. So then, lap 15 of the Austrian Grand Prix. Funbags P1. It's Mercedes 1 and 2 then, with Funbags and Zampa. We've got Gaz Coleman then coming out. Did he get held up in the pits, I believe? There's a sector and there's trouble. Is it Robert again? Robert, is he out of the race? Is Robert out of the race? Is there going to be a safety car? Oh, there's a collision. There's a collision. Is it Gaz Coleman? A collision with Robert. He was going very slowly indeed, and Robert's out of the race. Robert has retired from the race in the throw. It'd be a shame. He's had a troubled start. He got back up, and Robert's going very slowly then. As we can see, as he looks like he's out of the race. So, Draft Overload has come into the pits. There's a sector 3 and... Is that trouble? Sector 3? Fred Nerd? There's Fred Nerd. He's coming out the pits. Sorry, he's coming out the pits on the hard compound tyres. So everybody's still staying on the slick tyres. And it looks like a retirement for Robert, as he's had troubles with the server of Codemaster. So very, very unfortunate for him. And as Fred Nerd, he's coming out of the pits now, Fred Nerd. So Gaz Coleman, it looks like he's lost positions in the pit lane, unluckily for him. But again, as we see, the rain comes and the track, as it starts to make the track more slipperier. But at the moment, they've had to pit from them soft tyres. The soft tyres were worn on 14 to 15 laps. Gaz Coleman now is coming up behind Dr. BRM and the other Ferrari. So unfortunate for Robert. He got a feel for him as it was out of his hands. So the reason Robert retired was because his screen was freezing on Codemasters. So unfortunate for him, he's decided to retire. So Gaz Coleman beautifully with DRS takes the inside line. Nice and easy from Dr. BRM. He's up to 9th position. It's a good drive from him at the moment. He's becoming up to his teammate of Like a Boss. So will there be team orders to let Gaz go by? I'm sure they've had the conversation of Paco Barney, who's done 14 laps, has lost position. He's done 14 laps on them medium tyres, so could be coming out nicely. This rain could have arrived for him very nicely indeed. Is he going to go another few laps on them medium tyres? So at the moment there's some gaps forming. There's not really, people are just cooling down. The track will start to get very, very, very slippery when it rains indeed. It gets heavier. And coming into the pits is Ovenproof Hen. He pitted early with a problem, so is he gonna be the first to let's just check if he's gonna be the first to put the intermediates on. This will be just to let you know if no, he's putting Is he putting the soft tyres on? And he's got a wing change. So Kieran Ovenproof Hen has put in the soft compound tyres on. Wow. Let's just see. Nathan Walton's up to 9th. He's on the soft tyres, so he'll be waiting for the rain. I think Kieran's going to be waiting for the rain. Any moment, a few laps till people will be coming into the pits. There's a sector 2, there's Paco Barney. He's coming into the pits. Sector 2 and 3. Sector 3, there's a yellow flag. I can't see who the problem is. Ovenproof Hen, Kieran, 11th. Draft Overload, 10th. 10-second time penalty for KSI Motor for exceeding track limits. So, KSI Motor with a 10-second time penalty. That will be the end of the race for him, I imagine. Nathan Walton in 9th then. He's on the soft compound tyres. So the VR46 is coming up. Oswald, who's done 18 laps on them medium tyres. Oh, and is there trouble with these? I believe he's let VR46 by. It looks like there's team orders and he's let his teammate go by. So very good strategy from them both, as they do not want. And KSI Moto's retired from the session. So that's 2 DNFs now on lap 19. And Draft Overload looks like he's having trouble. Oh, he's spun! Draft Overload has come off track in the sector, is it 3? So yellow flag, looks like he's struck. Is that meaning that the track is very, very slippery now, and Bonat will tears bit first and come out on the intermediate tyres? So is this going to be now? Who's going to pit first for the intermediate tyres? Let's just go to Will Knight, who's on the tail of Zampa. He's got I think DRS has been disabled as the track now has become slippery. Who's going to bite first? They've not come into the pits. And there's the BRM. Is there going to be? Yes, not the BRM. And he's lost his front wing. He's come off the track. Oh, and is he going to come? Oh, and there's a bit of a debris going over there. And oh, dearie me, Dr. BRM has come off. So everybody surely now will be coming in for them intermediate tyres, as a few drivers have been struggling for grip now. So lap 20 of 36, Fun Bags still leading. Will Knight has 5 seconds to Zampa. Will Knight's coming in to the pits. Has he not noticed? Let's see the bit of action here. As Will Knight now has got a better grip out of the two. This is great drive. These are two great drivers who are battling now for the 2nd and 3rd position. Will Knight for me. Oh, and a bit of a twinge from Zampa at the back there. The back end is, as it gets a little bit more slippery out there. It's great control from these both in these conditions with the medium compound tyres on. 16 laps to go, and it'd be interesting to see. But Will Knight, what a drive from him so far. Surely he's coming back. So Fun Bags has got a 5-second. He is cruising out in front from him. Gaz Coleman, 7th position. He'll be looking. That's a great shot there. And Nathan is up to 8th position. And he lapped for them softs 8 laps ago, and it could be perfect for him because he could go on to them intermediate tyres. Only one driver on the intermediate tyres, and that's Bonapple T. Is he going to catch the Red Bull with like a boss? He's coming into the pits. He's got damage, is he? Has he got damage? He's coming into the pits again. So is he coming into the pits to change to slick tyres? But I'm very surprised to see. I reckon he's got wing damage. Has he got wing damage? No, he's putting the softs on. So the track must still be okay to put soft compound tyres, as it's. I can't believe this rain has not already, but has made people come in with the intermediate tyres. We've seen a few drivers struggle for grip. Gaz Coleman now P7 we're with. Ollie Oswald in the Williams in 6th position, going very nicely indeed. So it's who's going to come in first for the intermediates. I do believe the front runners, whoever's going to bite first, will be coming in for the intermediate tyres, and then everybody behind them will follow, or in front there'll be an undercut, will there? Will there be an undercut? I've got a feeling that Gaz Coleman and Nathan are going to be very much... All the drivers that have pitted earlier with damage, or they could be changed. But at the moment, the track looks like it's still okay for slick tyres, even though we've had a couple of spins. But drivers taking extra care then. So Nathan's going comfortably in 8th. He's 6 seconds ahead of Oven-Proof Hen. And Gaz is really catching Oswald now. Let's stick on, because this is going to be a battle that we've not had for a few laps indeed. As Oswald in the Williams is going very nice. It looks like he's struggling for grip in them medium tyres. Oswald's done 21 laps in them tyres, mind you, so it might be better for him to not battle here with Gaz Coleman. I'm sure he's waiting to put them intermediates on. Gaz Coleman does take over from Oswald, which is not very surprising, is there? 22 laps on the mediums for Oswald. Superb managing from him. And DRS is still enabled, and it looks like the rain has gone. It looks like the rain has stopped. So there will not be any intermediate tyres. And was that a little spin from RKO? I'm not quite sure. So while there's some gaps forming, we've got the driver of Fun Bags. He's coming up to lap, well, he's just lapped up to BRM, I believe. Lap 23 of 36. Let's just have a look. Fun Bags at the moment leading the race. Superb from him. 12 laps to go. And Will Knight has gone back up to 2nd position. Looks like he's sorted his troubles out from the last couple of races, and superb drive from him. Zampra, who's been up there in a Mercedes, is P3. 4 is VR46. So it's very good for the Williams at the moment. 4th position for them, and 7th position for Oswald in the other Williams. Just double points for Williams would be very handy indeed. Gaz Coleman as well, sitting in 6th position. More points looking for him, but there's still a long way to go. The rain looks like it stops. So 12 laps to go. Oswald, well, could he be coming in for the soft compound tyres? Let's just have a look. He's not stopped, so he's got to come in. So I'm sure he's going to come in. This is a great strategy from him, as he'll be coming in for the soft compound tyres. But the only thing behind him, everybody else has stopped. Rolly looks like he's going for the 1 stop in them hard compound tyres, and good for him for getting up to 12th position. And Paco Barney's catching him low, so he'll have a very quick driver on his tail at the moment, as we're going to stick with Paco Barney now, who's not had the best of evenings for himself, and he'll tell you that himself after 3 races or 4 races in a row. That he's won in a row. I think it's 3 races, but Rolly again, he's going about his business. He's doing very superb indeed. And the rain has gone, so I don't think anyone... And Oswald has pitted. Oswald is pitting, so let's see. He's coming out on the soft compound tyres. He's come out in 9th position, so great strategy, Paul. I mean, Oswald, for me at the moment, he's looking very tasty indeed. It's like a boss is coming up towards his teammate. So, 10 laps to go. Oswald pitted for the soft compound tyres. I did think he'll come in for the soft compound tyres. So VR46 is coming in. He's done 20 laps on them hard compound tyres. So I believe he'll be going on to the soft tyres. You may see a few drivers coming in for the soft compound tyres. So the gaps are forming. Rolly, looks like Paco Barney's taken Rolly. Paco Barney has overtaken Rolly going into 12th, so there's still a chance for him to go into the pits. Gaz Coleman has pitted for the soft compound tyres by the looks of it. So good strategy call from him as well, with he's still in 7th position. So the only 2 retirements at the moment, and a very exciting start to the race. It's like a boss is coming in, and he's gone very wide. He's gone very wide as like a boss, and he's let Oswald through into 8th position, and he is catching Gaz. He's going to be trying to catch Gaz Coleman and Nathan Walton as well. He's sitting, I believe, will be 9th because James in the AI, and he's caused problems for Nathan Walton, and I'm sure the stewards will be giving him some leeway as the AR driver again. As for me, I'm just so disappointed as Nathan went onto the softs. He was going to be catching, and now he's lost his wing, part of his wing again. Gaz Coleman, fastest lap of the race with a 105.4 and them soft compound tyres, so he means business. So we've still got some action by the looks of it to go. Still Fun Bags with a 6-second gap to Will Knight, who's going about, Will Knight in a Renault, going about beautifully in the race. Superb stuff then this evening. As well with Will Knight, who've got Zampa behind him. And then in the other Mercedes, so double points for Mercedes, I believe, and a double podium for them. Could be the first double podium for the Backmarker Racing League season's one. Gaz Coleman is catching Oven Proof Hen, who's going absolutely superbly in 6th position. Again, he's gone about his business. VR46 has gone the fastest on them soft compound tyres. He's sitting 5th in the other Williams. So we're going to be heating up now as the front 4 have not pitted for the quicker tyres of the soft quicker tyre yet. So 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th is looking very, very good for them at the moment. They've pitted at the right time. The gaps now are starting to close up. Oven Proof Hen, who we've not seen much of this race, but we have seen some things, and he's been going nicely, but he's got an end plate. He's lost an end plate as he's got damage. Oven Proof Hen, so that could, he's got 9 laps on him soft, so it could be a problem. Has he had that damage a while ago, but he's managed to control the car nicely. But that damage will let Gaz creep up to Oven Proof Hen. As Gaz Coleman is catching Oven Proof Hen, another superb drive from him. I think, well, Fun Bags will not be pitting now. Surely not, won't be pitting now. The top 3, the top 4 rather. BR46 is 2 stops. He's got DRS now, Gaz Coleman. Gaz Coleman has got DRS. And he's really caught up in the gearbox of Gear and Oven Proof Hen now. Superb race. Right, everybody deserves a pat on the back. It's been, it's clean. But now we're with Gaz Coleman, who's fighting for 6th place with Oven Proof Hen. We're on board with him now as he's going to go flat, and there's a Sector 1 yellow flag. It looks like, Fred Nerd, is it Fred Nerd? Or has he gone into trouble? And Oven Proof Hen just had a look in the inside there, did Gaz Coleman, but Oven Proof Hen put his car nicely. And Will Knight and Zampa has there been trouble with the Dr. BRM, the back marker, as he let Will Knight back through, as the back marker could be causing problems for that. And Gaz Coleman, I thought there was trouble ahead with the back marker, but Gaz Coleman has taken 6th position. Superb drive from him. Absolutely wonderful stuff. So Zampa now has gone to P2. As we're going to stay with Will Knight and Zampa. Zampa's got the 2nd position, so a front row at the moment for the Mercedes. It's Will Knight now will be gaining on Zampa, especially with DRS now. So let's go with Will Knight. Let's go on board with him as he's gaining on Zampa now. Going to take this to turn 1. Good stuff. We're coming up to turn 3. He's got DRS, so this is turn 2 now. Turn 3, there'll be enough to make a move for Will Knight as he's caught right up and superb stuff. And yeah, no, he's okay. Just a bit wide by the looks of it, but he's superbly done great. Yes, now everybody on the quicker tyres will be catching up. 5 laps to go then on this very good Austrian Grand Prix. We had a bit of rain, but it didn't cause any drivers to pit for the intermediates. Bone Apple T still on 10th position. If he can finish in the points again, that will be very good for him. Paco Barney up to 11th. He's going to be fighting. Let's just go to Paco Barney as he looks like he's gaining on Bone Apple T. This is great stuff. Really is good stuff now as Paco Barney has got in. Oh, and he's hit the back of Bone Apple T. And Bone Apple T has spun. He's hit the back of Bone Apple T and he spun. But I do believe that Paco Barney let Bone Apple T go as he did shunt the back of him. And I'm not sure if he's got damage after that. Looks like he's okay. There's just a little glove tap on the back of Bone Apple T which caused him to... Bone Apple T done well to keep his car on track. After that there's a sector, there's a yellow flag on sector 2. So let's just go back, let's just stick with Paco Barney now, who's looking to get into the points after a disappointing race so far. He'll have DRS now, he'll turn that engine up, coming up to turn 1. But it's just too far to have a look on that inside. Good stuff. We'll go to Will Knight and Zampa's battle in a second, but still DRS, and he's gaining on Bone Apple T on this back straight, gaining and gaining and gaining to turn 3. Let's see both of them getting really good exits and a little bit of a snap from Paco Barney. So he's lost time. We're going to go to Will Knight now, having his battle with Zampa. He's only 400 tenths behind. 3 laps to go. And what can I say? Superb stuff from everybody. So Will Knight, is there going to be a last lap battle between these two as he'll save that engine up? He's turned that overtake button to get right on the gearbox of Zampa. A little tiny lock up which hasn't caused problems. He hasn't lost any time as Will Knight, but they've done another long stint on these medium tyres, and the front runners have been superbly again. And no, he's okay, and just lost a bit of time maybe for a couple of them lockups for Will Knight, but he's still on the podium, and Zampa is 2nd place. Gaz Coleman's only 2 seconds. Sorry, VR46 is only 2 seconds behind RK45. So we're going to go back to Paco Barney battle with Bone Apple T now in the Alpha Tauri. Oh, and I thought Bone Apple T was slowing down there, but no, it must have just been the servers just twitching a little bit. But he'll have DRS on the next DRS zone. Will Paco Barney. 2 laps to go then from this Austrian Grand Prix. It's now starting to clear up and not be as overcast. Superb stuff then from these two, and Bone Apple T's keeping the pace, still in that 10th position. Another points finish would be very, very valuable for him, as he's half a second behind Paco Barney, as he's going to go be up, and very good exit from Paco Barney. 15 laps he's done on them mediums. Bone Apple T has done 12 laps on them softs, and I do believe he's going to be catching him after. But they've done, they've done similar laps on but different compound tyres, but the mediums will last longer, as Paco Barney still half a second behind Bone Apple T, as he's going to look to get into the points just to make the disappointment a bit more better for himself. As VR46 now, as we're going to go up to VR46, who has on the gearbox of RKA for 4th position. A battle for 4th now as we're on board with Williams driver, reserve driver VR46, as he's going to look on the inside of RKA, and that's a beautiful, superb move from him. He had DRS and RKA 25 had to give up the position, but he's going to want that back straight away as Will Knight now is gaining. There's a sector 2, and we're coming up to a lap driver now as he could stop Zampa from pulling away from Will Knight as he's got DRS on Zampa. Is that marker going to cause problems? No, he's caught. Zampa's caught fun bags. There was a 2-second gap, and Zampa has caught fun bags on the last lap, so we're going to stick with last lap and fun bags. Just them tyres maybe wearing off, as we're going to stick with the 2 Mercedes drivers. DRS Zampa's got. Is he going to look on the outside? Is he going to look? It's wheel to wheel to both drivers, and there's a tap. There's a tap, but Zampa's gone round the outside, and Funbag's gone round the outside, and there's a tap. There is a big incident and a tap, and it looked like there wasn't room for Zampa, and Zampa now still 2nd position. Unbelievable. He had to go for that position and sector 1, and there's a DNF, and it's Paco Barney. So has there been a massive incident with Paco Barney, and Funbags has won the Austrian Grand Prix. Zampa comes in 2nd. Will Knight, superb for him, gets a 3rd place podium. VR46 was great stuff from him. RKA 25 has finished 5th, and Gaz Coleman is going to come in for 6th place. And good points for him again. And this is what I'm talking about. Oswald, 7th position. Massive points for him. I am so pleased for Oswald this evening. Superb for him. I'm going to give him my driver of the day. He one stopped with that. Was it one? Yes, one stopped. Superbly managing them tyres, and everybody looks like Fred Nerd, so will Nathan Walton finishing in the points yet again. What a great last lap that was. We just caught the action, and Zampa's got Codemasters driver of the day. He had a great drive as well, and it was just unfortunate but it didn't cost him the 2nd position, as we're on the podium now with Funbags, who's won the race and proving to be now the man in form looking into the Hungarian Grand Prix. But while we're at the end of the Austrian Grand Prix, Funbags takes the win. Congratulations to him. Superb drive yet again from him, and also Zampa had a bit of a battle to both teammates. And let's just quickly go through now the final grid. Funbags winning the race, Zampa in the other Mercedes with the 2nd spot, and completing the podium with Will Knight with a Renault, who's getting more points and could be R46, in the Williams in a great 4th position. RKA in 5th. Gaz Coleman picking up points in 6th position, and superbly Oswald 7th for the Williams with that one stop. So I'm so happy for him. Superb. Congratulations to him. Other Proof him 8th. Nathan Walton 9th, and Bone Apple Tea completing the points in 10th. Paco Barney then finishes 12th. Disappointing, no points for him, trying to catch the race leader. And Fred Nerd finishing a very convincing 11th, so well done to him. So unfortunately, that's the end of the race, and unfortunately, that's the end of the live stream this evening. I just want to thank everybody who's tuned in. Another great race, and again, congratulations to the superb Funbags, who's got a race win superbly. So let's just get our breath back now, and let's just go. I'm going to put my feet up, I'm going to have a beer, get my breath back, and I'm going to watch this race back, because It started brilliantly, and then the rain came, and the track wasn't wet enough for the intermediate tyres, so nobody came in. And great call from everybody. I'm just going to leave you now, and thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you on Thursday 7 p.m. for the Hungarian Grand Prix Backmarker Racing League, where the championship now is heating up beautifully. I'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in.